Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's episode of Deliciously Nothing. It is a very special episode today because it's the premiere episode of Shot Ones. I'll be your host tonight. My name is Pratik, Patel. Our combatants tonight, in the beanie, in the fabulous designer beanie, we have Joey Diesel, and we have Arkham Lovecraft in the lovely crafted outfit there. I love those pants, man. So here are the rules. I am going to ask a question. They will take a shot and answer the question. And those are the end of the rules. So let's get started. The first question tonight is...
Salute.
How old were you when you had your very first drink?
Say probably like 10 or 11, sneaking either a Smirnoff Ice or some Boone's Farm out of the fridge.
Who was stocking that in the fridge?
Oh, the mom, of course.
Well, I had an uncle who liked to stealth drink vodka through a Sprite bottle, and I had an aunt who liked to drink mudslides and put them in chocolate milk bottles. So I would say I was about 9 when I had my first drink, but I was around 12 when I wanted to actually drink to get drunk. The other times were just accidental.
And what was that first drunk experience like?
I don't remember it, but I was hungover as shit after, and my mom was like, "What's wrong with you?" And instead of lying, I said, "I'm hungover off of Canadian Mist." And she's like, "Oh, you're doing chores all day."
What about you, Arkham? How about you? When's the first time you got drunk? What's that story?
Not really. Trying to actually think of the first time I got drunk. I don't really recall. I know that I would sneak like one drink every once in a blue moon when I was really young. And I started drinking when I was like 13. I would go to school every day with a water bottle filled with powdered Gatorade and water that you shake up, and fucking Goldschlager, because it tasted like a hot tamale. And that was my morning from 7th grade until sophomore year.
How did your education turn out?
Great, I still made straight A's.
Oh, you know I fucked up. I ended up joining the Army. Definitely did make straight A's.
And Goldschlager? Goldschlager?
Oh.
My aunt and uncle were living with us at the time, and I had a choice between Goldschlager, some shitty vodka, I think Burns is the name or some shit like that, and hot damn cinnamon whiskey. So I was like, yeah, I think the peppermint schnapps is probably the way to go. Also, it'd be the only alcohol they wouldn't notice went missing.
Because nobody gives a shit about the peppermint schnapps.
Yeah. Except for that one dude in Little Nicky, fucking Adrian. Nothing like a slice of pizza, peppermint schnapps, and children going to hell.
So your family background is Smirnoff Ices and Goldschlager and crushed vodka.
I mean, as a child, that's how it started out. You know, obviously your taste matures. I went from that to rum and then to vodka, and now I mainly just drink meads and ciders. In fact, this is probably the first time I've drank liquor in almost a year. Not including like having one drink with like a vodka pineapple at the bar every once in a blue moon, but as far as like actually drinking liquor the whole fucking night with no beer.
What's up with this mead and cidery movement? Is that even really drinking? I mean,
dude, it's fuck yeah. It tastes like fruit and it's 6.5 ABV. You get fucked up. Vikings drink mead, bro. I'm just hitting into my heritage.
It's so funny that Vikings drank fruity drinks, and now as a culture, we give people shit for drinking fruity drinks.
Well, technically, Vikings didn't drink a fruity drink. They had honey wine, which is what mead is. But breweries
That's
now...
so sweet.
I mean, it is sweet, but, you know, instead of being just fermented honey, now they add all kinds of fucking fruits and shit to it and brew it like beers. Because most mead is actually like wine. It's like 12% to 15%. But the ones you get
I
at the
heard of
store
a
are
mead recipe
pretty
that
low.
used peppers.
That sounds fucking awful. I'm a fan of hot food, but hot
that
food
does
and
sound
alcohol do
awful.
not mix.
Yeah,
I had that fucking
that's
ghost
like
pepper.
bucket of shame awful.
I had that
like
ghost
one
pepper
shot.
vodka or tequila. I don't even remember what it was called, but that shit was the worst fucking experience.
Ghost pepper vodka or tequila?
Yeah.
Hot
Oh,
honey
man.
sounds pretty good though. I don't know. That sounds pretty good.
I mean, Tennessee honey, I guess, wouldn't be too bad if you like threw in a little spice in there. But still would not recommend, you know.
Oh, definitely not.
Y'all have any Viking blood in you?
Very, very small bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's mostly Native American and Irish for me.
I didn't move.
Ooh,
Shot time.
Let's go.
In case you guys don't know the theme, most of the questions are about drinking.
All right.
Alright.
Noted.
What is the most amount of alcohol consumed in one night? Of course, we want the background story on that too.
You want me to go first?
You go first, yeah.
Okay, so in the army, there's a rule in the barracks. You can only have, I think it was like a 6-pack and a small little handle of whiskey, if I can remember correctly. Well, needless to say, every Friday night, we got more than that. So I think the most I've had for myself is maybe like a 24-pack and a big bottle.
Really?
And then maybe like a jar of Shine that I couldn't finish all the way through. I think when I got like a quarter done of the Shine, that's when I started puking. That's when I finally gave up fighting it and puked anyway. Oh, there's been a few times where I thought I was going to die of alcohol poisoning, and I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
So I attend a music festival almost every year called Muddy Roots, which is out here in Cookeville, Tennessee. And they have camps designated, like there's a bunch of people that go every year, and they build like camps in the same spot every year for this ranch, and they have camp names. One of the camps is called Camp Jello. I'm sure you can tell why. Camp Jello Shot. They gave out Jello shots for free. You just had to sign their banner. On top of that, Muddy Roots was providing free PBRs to us staff who were of age. And my friends had brought a bunch of alcohol, and I had brought a bunch of alcohol. So in one day, I pounded a 12-pack of Twisted Tea, a 6-pack of Angry Orchard, 7 Jello shots, 3 PBRs, and like half a bottle of Captain Morgan. And then once all this was said and done, I popped a tab of acid and went to sleep.
I bet those dreams were interesting.
I don't think I dreamt that night. I just was chilling
I don't
out.
think you would remember if you did.
That's valid. That's totally valid. I didn't do anything crazy, though. I just hung out with my friends in my camp because I was working the whole fucking event. Like, I was drinking heavily, but I was also being the stage manager, kind of, or the stage co-manager, I would say.
When you said Camp Jello, my mind ignored Jello shots and went right to Jello wrestling. Was there any of that, too?
No.
Ah, dang.
Is that something they did on the base when you?
Oh, no,
24
no.
pack?
I wish.
Honestly, because it's called Muddy Roots, it almost always rains super bad every year. Because it's on a ranch, it gets muddy as fuck. I would not be surprised if there was some mud wrestling. But last year in particular, which is the year in which this happened, there was no rain. It was actually sunny and dry the whole fucking time. So it was the only non-muddy Muddy Roots.
Damn.
How fun is it to get drunk on a base? Like, what's the most fun you can have?
You're just
Did
getting
have?
drunk in your barracks. Like
the
in the
barracks
barracks
are
or at a
fucking
bar,
depressing.
and the barracks, that's Air Force barracks. Air Force barracks are impressive. Army barracks can be shit. But if you're not at a bar and you're just partying at the barracks, it's just like a hotel party that you can just bring to someone else's room if they're drinking at the barracks too.
Gotcha.
It's a lot safer to drink at the barracks because you're not risking a DUI, which doesn't just affect you when you're in the Army, because when you get that DUI, your company has to call like this big formation, see who's there, and like wait till you bail out. From what I hear, my company did not get a DUI while I was there, which means it wasn't my fault.
To be fair, if you are a veteran and you get caught with a DUI, 9 times out of 10, your sentence isn't that bad because you go to what's called Veterans Court.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Veterans Court.
Yeah, it's just like fucking probation of 2.0. They like make you go in like 2-3 times a fucking week, but you can have felony charges and they drop them down to misdemeanor.
This one's for the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your service.
Don't support the wars, but support the troops.
Yep.
I love that. All right.
Mom always told me that.
Y'all ready for your next question?
Yep.
What's up?
Where is the craziest place you've woke up after drinking? After a night of drinking, I guess.
I have never once passed out whilst drinking and not been at home or been at a friend's house that was safe to pass out at. I am a very functional... I wouldn't call myself an addict because I'm not really addicted to anything. I'm not doing shit on a daily basis. But anytime I do any drugs or any alcohol, I'm never putting myself in dangerous, crazy fucking positions. I can get absolutely blasted on as much drugs and alcohol as you can give me, and I have the same cognizance rate. So, I can't say I've really woken up in any crazy places.
I mean, is waking up next to the toilet a crazy place? Like in your own bathroom is...
I mean, it's not a crazy place, but
I mean,
it's not something to brag about.
Oh, I'm not bragging about it. I'm just asking. It's rhetorical. I'm not even saying if I've done it. Because if it's not crazy,
I mean,
I'm going to hypothetically not
Everybody's
say it.
ended up in a fucking toilet bowl after a night of drinking
yeah.
at least once in their fucking life. There's no shame.
I mean, it's not a flex, but yes.
I think most people do make it out of the bathroom, though, but is that what you're going with?
I mean, yeah, like him. I mean, most of the times if I'm to the point where I'm passing out, I'm at my house or somewhere safe.
Gotcha.
Passing out at a bar is not, or a party is, well, a strange party, I guess.
Yeah,
it's not a good idea.
Honestly, the only times I've ever even gotten sick at the bar from drinking was because I was also on coke. So, you know.
That would do it.
That'll fucking do it.
So you said you don't lose any, what did you say, cognizant abilities while you're high? What does that mean? How do you know that?
I have. I'll tell you exactly how. I got in a car wreck like a year or two ago, and the cops made me, because I had just been smoking a joint, just got off of work when the car wreck happened. And that's not the reason the car wreck happened. My fucking brakes went out and it was wet, and I was driving a 99 Toyota Corolla. Like, I went over a hill, and the moment I went over the hill, traffic was at a dead stop despite going 5 over the entire time I was driving down this road. So it's just unfortunate fucking timing that this wreck happened. But wreck happened, the cops pull up there less than 5 minutes after it happened. They were right down the fucking road. And they made me do fucking DUI tests for like an hour, because I guarantee what they did is the dilation of your pupils test. I probably failed that. Like, I followed them without moving my head, but guaranteed my pupils were dilated as fuck. But everything they gave me, which was saying my alphabet forwards and backwards, math equations, walking in a straight line forwards and backwards, standing on one foot and pointing at the other and balancing for several seconds. Like, dude, they threw everything at me fucking possible, and they couldn't get me. So they just fucking gave up after an hour. Also, the fact that I was drunk and high in school the entire time from middle school to high school and got straight A's the entire time.
Okay.
That would do it.
Yeah. Some people are just fucking built different. I'm sure I've got that fucking, like, weird Neanderthal gene that Ozzy Osbourne has. This, like, drugs just will not kill you.
Do you think you did better because you were high and drunk?
Yes, because I'm autistic as fuck. So if I am not stoned in some capacity, my brain is all over the place. And it is hard to focus on anything. But I can actually focus and get tasks done if I've been smoking.
Rhythm with
not
the
not so much drinking. Drinking is more of a recreational activity. It's the only thing in which I become fucking useless afterwards. But I can do coke, weed, not psychedelics, but pretty much just coke and weed all day long, and it won't affect me too much. Psychedelics and alcohol, I can function, but I will slur a little bit and lose some of my verbal capabilities.
We'll have to give you one of those tests before you...
I mean, we're fucking doing it right now, bro. This is the test. You see me stuttering already, and we're on 3 shots. I promise.
Yeah.
That's my only problem. You give me a math problem, I'll be able to do it most likely. Fucking balance test, any of that shit, I'm fucking cool and groovy, but I will stutter.
What about you, Joey? How does alcohol and drugs affect your intelligence?
What intelligence, first of all? I'll get to that in a moment. When it comes to stuff like weed, if I know I'm doing something, while I'm doing it and stoned, I do it efficiently. But when I stop doing the thing that I'm focused on, that's when I go potato.
Okay. All right, y'all ready for your next question?
Yep.
Any run-ins with the law while drinking?
While drinking, the most I've had is a party being busted by the cops and having to like run out the back. I think the only other occasion I could say besides that is I had a fake ID when I was a teenager. And there's this bar called Whiskey Dick's in Murfreesboro. And it used to be like a real nice like rock and roll kind of bar, but it has turned into the shittiest generic honky tonk.
It's still there?
It's still there. It's on the square.
How many honky tonks do we need? Like,
none.
fuck.
Fucking
exactly.
None. They're all terrible. And for all you college kids that line dance, fucking why, bro? Like, I'm all for dancing. Dance your ass off, but line dancing is generic as fuck, boring as shit. And y'all be line dancing to songs you're not supposed to line dance to. Like, I swear to God, I went to Whiskey Dick's like a couple months ago because I had done a concert and the band that I was playing with wanted to go out there. And we saw college kids fucking line dancing to 50 Cent. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? But anyway, the story with Whiskey Dick's. I was in there as a minor with a fake ID. A fight broke out, like a big bar fight. Several people were involved. So the cops came in and took almost everybody's IDs. I had a fake ID, so they took my ID, and I dipped the fuck out the back door and ran all the way across fucking town and had a fucking friend pick me up. And luckily never got in trouble for it because I didn't use my like real name or real address. It had my picture, but they still didn't fucking catch me. I'm surprised.
For me, I haven't really had any like bad run-ins with cops while I've been drinking. There was this one time where I was at a gas station, puking my brains out, and there was a cop already there. 2 cops already there. They were getting a drink, and they went to the bathroom because they had to go. They heard me puking, and they were like, "Are you okay, sir?" I'm like, "Fuck no, mind your own business." I didn't realize they were cops. If I would have realized they were cops, I wouldn't have said it. They opened the door and they were like, "We're cops." I'm like, "I've only been here for like 5 minutes puking. How did you guys get here that fast?" They're like, "Oh, we were just buying something." My smart ass wanted to say, "What, motherfucker, donuts?" But I didn't. They're like, "You got to way home because the people who I got a ride from left me there because I accidentally puked on one of them." And I understand because I just met these people that night. Puking on somebody you just met, bad form, I deserve that. So they're like, "You have a ride?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to call a ride." They're like, "We'll be here with you. Where's your call list?" Because again, I was in the Army at the time. And they're like, "Call this person." I'm like, "Okay." I thought I wasn't going to get found out by my team leader for drinking. But I come to find out that person who picked me up snitched on me the next day. I had to do so many push-ups on Monday.
We got to do push-ups for public intox.
No, it wasn't public intox because I wasn't arrested. But yeah, when you back in my day, when you messed up in the Army, I really wanted to say fuck up. I don't know why I censored myself. But back when you fucked up, they would do what is called a smoking session, where they would use physical exercise to the point of muscle failure to teach you a lesson. All it did was improve my PT score. I just learned not to get caught.
Gotcha. That fake ID story reminds me of my fake ID. I had a fake ID. I used to use a Mexican guy's fake ID, and one time I went to the bar, and the bouncer looked at it, and the guy's name was Jesus, and it was spelled like, Jesus, like Jesus, and the bouncer looked at me, he said, Jesus? Motherfucker, you look like Muhammad. My favorite fake ID story. He let me in, too. That's the coolest bouncer ever.
Well, he had to because he said some out-of-pocket shit and was like, I might get in trouble for this.
Shot time!
On an off-topic note, based on what you just said, growing up, my dad used to call the Indian guys that were running gas stations hoobly booblies. And I always thought growing up that was just some made-up, funny, dumb shit that he said because he's from the South and ignorant, and it just be like that. But I looked up on Urban Dictionary, like, a couple months ago, actually. I just found this out, like, a couple months ago. Because I was talking to it with, like, my group of friends about how my dad used to say that shit, and I thought it was the stupidest but, like, slightly funny shit ever. Because it sounds stupid and funny. And I looked it up, and apparently on Urban Dictionary, that's a real thing. Like, the Urban Dictionary definition of that name is an Indian dude who runs a gas station.
What?
So this whole time I've been just laughing about what I thought was this made-up fucking joke from my dad and ended up being actual racism. I'm like, oh, goddamn.
What if his definition is what's on Urban Dictionary?
Yeah.
My dad isn't technologically advanced enough to know about it.
Well, I understand that. I mean, what if someone heard that and was like, I'm going to make this a real thing?
Yeah, he made it.
Possible. It's very possible, but,
He invented the Indian grocery store slur. He's the pilot of that.
Your dad invented a racial slur. How does that make you feel?
I mean, my dad also claimed that he wrote the More Human Than Human riff by Rob Zombie 2 years before it and invented the word douche canoe, so I would not be surprised.
Yeah, that tracks for sure. All right, y'all ready for your next question?
Yes.
What would be your death row drink?
Are we talking, like, including non-alcoholic or specifically alcoholic? Specifically alcoholic.
I want to
Okay.
hear the non-alcoholic option too afterwards.
All right, fair. For me, I would probably, like, because if you're on death row, right, the point is that you want an array of, like, everything that you fucking love, right? So I guess I would probably do a Green Monster, a Voltage Mountain Dew, Purity Chocolate Milk, specifically Purity because all the other brands are not as superior. And for the alcoholic option, I think I would go with a nice Belvedere vodka double shot vodka pineapple tall, and maybe a beer too. I'd probably throw in Blake's Triple Jam hard cider.
God, you're gonna shit your brains out when they electrocute you.
Oh, dude, no, my plan is if I get on death row, I'm gonna die of cholesterol before. Like, bro, that you ask me my death row meal, that'll be a much better loaded question.
For real.
Go for it,
for me, it's a mixed drink called Caribou Lou. Shout out to Tech9 because he created that shit. It is 151 Malibu rum and pineapple juice.
I've done that. That's
And
a wonderful
since-
combination.
Oh, it is great. I used to do it
But
for...
they don't make 151 anymore.
I know.
It got discontinued.
So they would have to go out of their way to find it until it's done, and by then, my appeal will go through, so I'll win.
Nah, bro. What'll happen is you'll be like that one death row inmate that was like, I asked for SpaghettiOs and got spaghetti. And then instead of the 151, they'll bring you fucking like Bacardi pineapple rum. Be like, this is the best we could get.
I'll be like, time to Shawshank then.
I mean, you can just be like the guy who's like, I asked for SpaghettiOs and got spaghetti. I want the press to know this. Just make that goddamn
Listen,
statement.
justice is bullshit.
Absolutely. This is a violation against human rights.
Even though what I did was probably a violation against them too, but fuck it.
Why do you think they banned Bacardi 151?
Because it's flammable as fuck, my boy. You could put that shit in your mouth, take a lighter, and just go, and you become a fire breather.
That just makes me want them to bring it back more.
Honestly, I don't even think they banned it as much as just Bacardi stopped making it because not enough people were buying it. Like 151, it was used in a couple mixed drinks, obviously, as you can see. But it wasn't like it was a drank normal liquor. It's like Everclear. That shit. Oh, excuse me. That shit is rough. Even like it's funny because you see moonshine so popular nowadays, especially out here in Tennessee with fucking Old Smoky. But it's not even real moonshine. It's like some bullshit underproofed shit. Like real moonshine is 160 proof to 190 proof. If it is anything lower than that, it's not real White Lightning, right? And Everclear is 190 proof, so it's like basically moonshine, except I think it's not made from corn. I think
I
it's made
still
from a
can't
different
believe
ingredient.
that Mountain Dew was made to chase moonshine.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the original invention of it.
Did you invent it?
No. Mountain Dew did that in the 1900s before he was alive.
Can I get a lighter?
Yeah.
Are
I
you
forgot to
ready
get a lighter
for
when
your
I
next
left
question?
home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever defecated yourself or pissed on yourself because of how drunk you were?
Never.
Or any interactions with piss or shit while you were drinking? No.
Never while drinking, but I mean, everybody I think has sharded once or twice. I think the worst thing is if you're sick with like some kind of stomach bug and you get a fucking sneeze and then you shit yourself. I've had that happen, and that shit sucks.
Joey, which piss or shit story you want to go with?
First of all, how do you know I have one? And secondly,
Because you got the 50-cent Band-Aid on your face right now.
First of all,
we know you've shit yourself
thirdly-
at least once.
thirdly, I can't even get it off. It's just the pimple gone wrong. That's why it looks like I was
Hey,
like
look,
bit by like a zombie mosquito or some shit.
Look,
And I'm all self-conscious about it. So I just put we wouldn't say technically Nelly did the Band-Aid thing and not 50 Cent.
Oh, you're right. I had the wrong fucking rapper.
God damn. I guess they all look the same to you, huh?
If you don't want to count Nelly as a rapper, like Nelly's more of a hip hop artist.
Okay.
best
So my shit story, thankfully it wasn't too bad, because what happened was I was going through a stomach bug. I decided to drink, and I got really drunk, and a bunch of people were doing the pull my finger game. I wanted to be cool, and I was like, pull my finger. I felt the fart, and I trusted the wrong fart. And I felt a little bit of it come out. I clenched my butt cheeks, and I did the struggle shuffle to the bathroom. That oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Hope I didn't get any on my underwear. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
That was a wonderful play-by-play of a short.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
You should be doing all the play-by-plays for all sharts.
You wanted to know, so I just trauma dumped, okay?
And Who was playing pull a finger?
I was drinking with a bunch of old fuckers, apparently, all right?
I was expecting 8-year-olds, not 80-year-olds.
Bill Cosby.
I mean, when I was 8 years old, I shit my pants because I went to the creek for like 5 to 6 hours and then walked 5 miles home and didn't have toilet paper, so I didn't want to like actually shit in the woods. And as I'm walking, my body wouldn't let it fucking stay in. Which is the oddest experience when you do that, because it, like, you uncontrollably shit yourself, right? And then it forms into a ball and runs down your leg. But it's cold and wet. So it is the most uncomfortable experience possible.
Another incredible play-by-play. I love this.
I mean, I was 8 years old. Like, you can't fault me for that.
I don't fault any of you for any of the stories.
Back when you were a kid, did your parents be like, don't come home until the streetlights come home?
No, it was be home before dark or we'll beat your ass.
Oh, mine didn't give a fuck about me until it was nighttime. But
well, see, it's kind of like half and half. So it was like I had to do all the chores in the house and every like responsibility outside of cooking until my parents got divorced, and then that was my responsibility. So it's like get your chores done, finish your schoolwork, and then from there we don't give a fuck what you do. Just be home before dark. And if you're home past dark, let us know where you're at and like you're spending the night type shit, which I did that a lot. Like I would spend the night at other friends'
shit
house.
one day when I couldn't go back home because I was afraid my mom was going to tell me to leave the house again because the streetlights weren't on. And I was like, you know what? I think I can shit in these bushes. I couldn't. It was messy, and I had to tell my friend, hey, tell my mom I shit myself, and I'm stuck in these bushes.
Shot time.
Oh shit.
Everybody, shot.
So I totally misheard that. So you weren't allowed to come home until the streetlights were on.
Yeah, that's
I thought you had to be home before.
And I had to be home when the streetlights were on, like first on. Otherwise, I would get a goddamn leather belt.
Oh, that belt is a luxury.
Oh no,
or
bro.
find me a switch.
Nah, bro, because
Or a big ass wooden paddle.
oh, dude, I got the paddle too, but it was mainly the belt. But here's the thing: that belt was like one of the Western style belts that had like the metal fucking circular decorations across it. And granted, he didn't use the metal side. Like I wasn't getting hit with the metal side. I was still getting hit with the leather side. But the weight from that fucking metal, when they fold it in backwards. And my dad was a 6'6" ex-professional wrestler. The motherfucker was built like a brick shithouse, so getting your ass beat with that belt sucked. But I'd still take that ass beating over grounding any day, because if you just lock me in my fucking room, I want to blow my brains out.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's a lesson for all you fucking millennial parents that are like, I'm not going to hit my kid because that's abuse, blah, 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 blah. Trust me, your kid would rather get their ass beat to learn the lesson than be locked in a fucking cage like an animal. That is more abuse than the ass beating. Quit
Because
being
you
pussy.
know you prefer the ass whooping more than you preferred getting grounded.
And that's not to say don't smack them in the fucking face. Like, that's not fucking cool.
no. We
You
are
don't
not
smack them in the
condoning that.
face. You don't punch them. There is a line with child abuse. But a belt to the ass or a switch to the ass is perfectly acceptable. And I will die on that fucking hill.
I will die on there with you.
Hell yeah.
It's only a
Let's do a shot early on that one.
No, we can't break the rules.
come on.
Can't break the rules.
Is that breaking the rules? I don't think it's still 10 shots in 1 hour. It doesn't matter if it's in the 5-minute interval or
You
not.
can take an extra side shot if you want.
Fuck it.
I'm not. Because now you got to pour another shot.
You gotta pour another shot.
Do I?
Yeah.
Does that mean that if I go to the end of this that I win? Because I did 11 shots?
You know what? See, now you turned into a dick swinging contest.
So that's basically what it'll come down to at the end. So
Get ready. That's
Look, I'm a grower, not a shower, but my girlfriend is here, so if I go like in the back of Woolie's, porch for about 10 minutes, we could have a dick swinging contest. I'll probably win.
Because your girls are here. You have motivation.
I mean, you can look at Pornhub. It's not banned in Tennessee.
Yet.
Yet. Right?
I am not hosting a dick swinging contest.
I am not going to let everybody.
You know
see
you
the
want to see the
fucked up hentai I
helicopter,
watch.
goddammit.
What was your question?
yeah, what's the question?
Oh, the question is, do you have a dark side or an alter ego when you drink or get drunk?
Nah, I'm the same fucking person. There's no Mr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde in me.
Mr. Jenkins.
Mr. Jenkins!
Smitty Weberman Jenkinson, he was number 1!
It's Patrick O'Malley. No, I don't have a persona. However, one time I did pretend I was an Irish person with a shitty accent, and people bought it until I went to McDonald's drunk as fuck at the drive-thru, and the accent bled through, and they were like, I knew you didn't have the real accent. I'm like, oh, really? You just know someone from Ireland? Come on now, Becky. But no, I don't think I have a dark side when I drink. It does, it numbs me, I feel like. But at the same time, it doesn't bring anything bad out in me, because I've seen so many people succumb to that, having a dark persona when they drink, and then the next day they're like excusing it with like, oh, I was drunk. And I'm like, but you made that decision to get drunk, knowing that that dark side comes out. And I think part of that made me not have that dark side come out, because honestly, when I'm sober for too long, that's when my dark personality comes out.
Dude, same. I'm a fucking dick when I do not smoke.
Same.
So not a dark side, but any type of alter ego, like any...
You mean am I more ballsier or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, you know.
No, I have no shame, so I'll do crazy shit even if I'm sober.
Let's be honest. This challenge is drinking a shot, 10 shots in 1 hour. We're all in the point of advanced alcoholism, in which that we're not going to have alter fucking egos and not be able to control our drinking. You don't agree to do 10 shots in 1 hour if you don't have your shit in check.
What? Were you expecting one of us to have like a dark persona while we're drunk?
No, but
Although technically,
were you prepared?
Technically, we're doing 11 shots now.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, we only got 2 more, and I'm no close to puking, so like.
Well, I definitely see a different personality from the first shot to the current one, for sure. So. All right, have you ever been in a fight?
Fucking while drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been in a fight sober too. Like, I don't think it really. The drunk wasn't the influence of the fight.
Well, what was the drunk fight?
So somebody had sucker punched a friend of mine at a bar. And so I beat the dog shit out of him behind it. I've also gotten in fights at like parties as a teenager. Just especially the way I dress. A lot of times I would get the very generic insult emo faggot. And apologies.
Can you say that word?
I mean, in the context of saying somebody calling me it versus calling somebody else at that. Like, it's not
mean, when it comes to rules and guidelines, does it even matter at this point?
As long as you're not using it in a sexually derogatory manner.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I would never call somebody that word, right? Like, that's never something I'm going to call somebody. But it was something that I was called myself. And so, like, I would beat the fuck out of people for saying shit like that. Because I did not give a fuck. And I mean, granted, I dress in a way that you would instigate some type of shit like that. And especially in high school, I was very timid and dressed a certain way. And so, yeah, a lot of people took that as effeminate and gay. And they didn't like that being in the conservative South. So they would fuck with me. And I would beat the shit out of them. Had it happen even in adulthood. But... I mean, I don't think the alcohol was the influence of me beating their ass. If I'm beating somebody's ass, it's for good fucking reason.
I mean, I've gotten in several fights when I was drunk. Can't remember any specific stories, because if I'm pissed off enough to fight somebody, I'm not going to want to remember it. Because now that I'm older, I don't like hurting people. I mean, I've done it so much when I was younger that I kind of feel bad. and also it hurts my hands. So, but I will say there's been a few times where it's been like somebody looks at me funny, and I want to go over to them and ask why they're looking at me funny, and it always turns into something worse, because instead of me talking normally to them, I've had it to the point where I think everything they do towards me is a infraction or a rule breaking. So by the time I want to call them out, I'm already pissed off. So I walk over to them and I'm like, why the fuck are you looking at me like that with a knife hand like that and that tone? And that's gonna piss off a lot of people. So yeah, I've got swung on quite a few times. I got a big ass head, big target, but strong jaw. I take the hit and I just go pop with a little quick jab, and they get all, what the fuck? And when they're going, oh, what the fuck? I hit them in the stomach. Take out the windpipe. And I have been puked on. And I have puked in return. And I haven't even been kicked out when that's happened, because they felt bad for me because I got puked on.
On an off-subject note, outside of drinking, what is the coolest thing you've ever done in a real-life fight?
Okay, outside of drinking, real-life fight, or, just...
No.
By fight, do you mean like...
I mean a
street fight, or when a buddy and you gets all pissed off at each other and you wrap each other up and you both know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so you get in some shit? Because the coolest thing that happened is I was stoned and a buddy of mine was drunk and he kept slapping me. And I'm like, stop fucking slapping me or I'm going to choke you out. He's like, I want to see that. So he tried slapping me. I put him in a hip toss, threw his ass down. We rolled around for a minute, got in the rear naked, and he thought he could slam my head against the corner of the fireplace, and I stopped. First time he did it, didn't stop. I just squeezed harder, and he just did it until his face was turning like deep red, and I was just squeezing. And my cousin was there. She was like, Joey, does that not hurt? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. He's gonna get passed out before I need stitches. And he just stopped moving. And I'm like, okay. And he stopped moving and he went for the tap. I'm like, okay, that's shitty. I know that doesn't count, but that's the coolest shit ever. Also, that one time I was stoned as shit and did a Uma Pilata New Year's Eve.
Hell yeah. For me, it was being in high school. And specifically, I mentioned earlier that like being called an emo faggot, that was one of the fucking occasions.
Oh, I would understand how that would piss you off.
I had two, it was three of these black kids that were on the varsity football team over at Riverdale, and they called me emo faggot as I was walking into this area of the high school that is like in between the ag building and the mechanic shop, and that was like one of the few areas in which there wasn't a camera in Riverdale to like actually see that area, so it was kind of a blind spot. And so when they did that, I walked over and confronted him, and I fought the dude that called me an emo faggot. I like punched him and beat the shit out of him on the ground. One of his buddies that was with him was like a 250-pound linebacker.
Oh, God.
This motherfucker tried to charge me and tackle me, and my dad being an ex-fucking wrestler, of course, I would learn all the wrestling moves.
Who was your dad? Who was your dad?
He probably wasn't.
I have no fucking idea.
He probably wasn't like a big time WWF or WCW.
It wasn't a WWE. It was some.
It was one of the stepping stones to that, I imagine.
Yeah. I don't even know what it was called, but something Brothers out in Memphis. I'd have to look it up to find the actual name of it.
It wasn't Smash Brothers, because that's some other shit. That's like a video game.
I don't think so.
That's a video game.
That is
or Mash Brothers. I was going to say Mash Brothers, but I'm like, that's a hockey thing for Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, it was definitely some like minor league professional wrestling type shit. But doing that as a kid, he would fucking do all the wrestling moves on me on the bed. And just like toss me around, and so I would learn them all. And fucking watching wrestling is how I knew what time to go to bed. Fucking WWE or SmackDown ends at 10 o'clock. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah, that's
fucking.
How it was.
That type of shit just in that household. But this fucking linebacker charged at me, and I DDT'd his ass, and that is the most fucking fulfilling thing I've ever had happen in a fight, because this 250-pound
huge as fuck black linebacker tackles me, and I'm just positioned waiting for him. He gets in my arms, and I go limp and let him tackle and DDT himself.
You never notice how devastating those moves are if the person doesn't go along with it.
Oh yeah, well,
like if the person doesn't know how to cush the landing, it fucks them up.
Well, that's the thing is that like big ass fat motherfuckers in a fight will typically try to tackle you because they know that their weight is an advantage.
Yeah.
So if you can get them in like a headlock on your bottom end and then just go limp, they will fucking DDT themselves, and it is glorious because it is almost instant fucking knockout.
Like that's what my Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor told me when I was younger. He's like, dude, when big people use their weight, use it against them. Like when they're leaned over and they're trying to choke you or beat you, flip them into a triangle choke. Do that triangle choke or arm bar. Use what they're doing to their advantage. Like that hip toss, they throw their weight. Most people, when they throw a haymaker, they throw their weight into it.
I mean, I'm guilty.
And you just grab it. Well, that's
Grabbing
a haymaker.
my haymaker, though, is a challenge.
Oh, I imagine it's... I see those knuckles, and I'm like, yeah, they're kind of sharp looking.
Anyway, what is your question? Because
Have we gotten to the timer?
Yeah, the question is,
Let's save it for the next because it's about to pop up.
No, he did the fighting question, and we answered
We're
it.
doing 11 shots instead of 10, so we're
We
just
did the fighting
bypassing
question,
that shit.
yeah.
did either of you ever get your ass kicked? Ever?
Yeah. I mean, I remember right before I went to basic, I was talking shit to somebody, and he was talking about how his brother got his ass kicked. I'm like, yeah, your brother's a fucking idiot. He didn't like that. He speared me, and I had him because I rolled him over, and I was about to beat his ass, but I felt a tug on my arm, so I whipped back. I accidentally hit the host of the party in the nose. Ooh. He yanked me. He beat my ass. And he walked away. Then out of nowhere, dude who I got in a fight with, his cousin, got him and a few buddies to drag me to the parking lot, the driveway, gravel driveway, beat my ass. The female host of the party said, get off of him, get off of him. And she had to nurse my ass back to health. I went to the recruiter's office for future soldiers training with a fucking black eye, and I couldn't tell them that I got it while I was drunk because I was not 21 at the time, which I think is bullshit. If I'm joining the army and willing to sacrifice my life,
you join the fucking army, you should be able to drink at fucking 18. Honestly, the fact that we have a 21 age limit on alcohol in the U.S. is dumb as fuck.
But we can join the army at 8, military at 18.
Every other country in the world, the drinking age for beer and wine is 16 and liquor is 18. Get with the fucking program. Like, if we're making the argument that you're not old enough and your brain isn't developed fully, then make the drinking age 25 when your brain fully fucking develops.
Instead of 21.
Or kill that shit and put it at 18, because if you could go to fucking war, you can have a goddamn drink. It's dumb as shit. The U.S. is full of dumb fucking laws.
Yep.
All right,
Real quick before the question, the only time I ever got my ass beat, because for the most part I've almost always won my fights. The only time I got my ass beat is I was hanging out with these redneck kids down the road. Called
them
the
redneck
Reeds.
kids will get you.
Well, here's what happened. We were boxing, and for the most part, anybody that was my age that I was fighting, I was kicking their ass, and it was cool. But there was this little kid, their little brother, Mason, and Mason really wanted to fight me. And I kept telling him, like, Mason, I am like 5 years older than you. I will beat your ass. I'm bigger than you.
Excuse me.
I'm not going to fight you. And I was like, I'll tell you what. I was like, I'll fight you, Mason, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to throw punches on you. You can punch at me. You can hit me all you want. I'm not going to throw punches at you, but I'm going to Greco-Roman wrestle you. And of course, because he's so young, I'm fucking kicking his ass. I'm holding him in all kinds of fucking submissions and shit. And, you know, I'm just letting him do his thing because his punches don't fucking hurt. I'm not really trying to hurt this kid. And I'm like 10 or 12 at the time, you know. Like, yeah. I'm old enough to know better to not beat this kid's ass, but I'm still a little kid. But all of Mason's brothers and his brother's friends were all high schoolers. So these motherfuckers, because I'm kicking his ass Greco-Roman wrestling and he's punching me, but it's not doing anything, decided to fucking hold my ass down and let Mason fucking dirty shot grab my head and fucking knee me in the fucking nose. And it didn't break my nose, but I was bleeding from it.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit when they have to like hold you down and let someone hit you. Or
Yeah. I essentially got jumped as a 12-year-old by high schoolers because I wasn't letting their little brother kick my ass. Like, and I even warned the kid. I was like, dude, I will destroy you if I actually fight you. So, which is why I made the exception of you can throw punches at me, but I'm only going to wrestle you.
Did you go for the, is it the crippler where you put their...
No, I didn't even go hard on the kid. I was, like, real soft on him. Like, every time he would throw a punch, I would grab his arm and just take my leg and sweep him and throw him on the ground. You know,
like a treetop here and there, or a single leg or double leg takedown.
Yeah, like I'm never punching the kid. I'm never kicking the kid. You know,
never putting him in actual submission moves, just takedowns.
Yeah, just takedowns.
Are you all ready for your next question?
Yep.
All right. Have you ever slept with a buddy's girlfriend or boyfriend?
Fuck no. Well, okay, so I've never slept with a buddy's girlfriend because that's fucked up. You deserve your ass beat for doing some fucked up shit like that. But I mean, have me and my friends incidentally fucked the same bitch? Yeah, that's happened. Like
At the same time?
Not at the same time. No. Different times. And it's like it's never even intentional. Like it's just it's like one of those things is like I fucked this person, you fucked them before, or I fucked them first and you fucked them later, and neither one of us knew at the time because we weren't friends. Type shit. But yeah, no, I've never fucked anybody's girlfriend. Just fucked people that other of my friends have fucked because they were sluts in school.
Joey, you okay?
Define buddy. Like close friend or a work acquaintance who like invited you to a party, but it was like you gotta bring your own booze.
Those are all buddies. Those are all.
I don't consider.
I feel like for this question, the host has a better answer than any of us.
Like what makes me not a piece of shit in this equation? Because I have fucked a friend's girl while drunk. Almost everybody has. I don't care. Well, except you.
Yeah, because I have fucking morals, you piece of shit.
All right. Here's the thing. Acquaintance is one thing, but if it's like a best friend, then no, I haven't. I mean, but acquaintance, work acquaintance, you like talk to
work acquaintance
every now and then.
That doesn't count as a friend.
Then no, I haven't. But if it's just a normal acquaintance, then fuck yeah.
Yeah, I fuck acquaintances.
Yeah, but if you mean like
not while
dogs, ride or die,
not while they're dating them. Even if it's an acquaintance, it's a piece of shit if they're dating at the time. But post the fact after they date or before they date,
I was 19 at the time.
That doesn't make a difference.
I know, but I will admit I was a piece of shit then. I wouldn't do it now. Mainly because I'm married, and also, one man's trash is not another man's treasure.
It depends.
Does it?
I mean, technically, my current girlfriend is a past acquaintance's
I don't mean that. I mean, if you, like, fuck the girl, and then you find out she fucked other people while she was drunk, too, does that make you the piece of shit or just a victim of circumstance? If you're drunk, you have no...
It depends on your relationship with the person.
Concept of consenting, though. So you're really a piece of shit for fucking someone while you're drunk.
It depends on the circumstance of the situation, right? It doesn't matter if it's friend, acquaintance, or anybody. If you fuck somebody that you know is in a relationship with somebody else, you are just as guilty as a person cheating.
Unless you're drunk and they're sober.
No, it does. Drunk and sober does not matter.
Yes, it does when it comes to consent.
It does not.
When it comes to consent, yes, it fucking does.
I mean, when it comes to consent,
I will admit I am a piece of shit for doing it. However, according to the law, I was not in my right mind. But I am a piece of shit for it. You shouldn't fuck somebody that you know is drunk unless you fucked them multiple times before. It's been okay. And this one story I was going to tell, this person was not drunk.
He was drunk.
But I was drunk.
Okay, if they are not drunk and you are drunk, it's doesn't make you a piece of shit, but it's still not okay, right?
I felt shitty about it.
As long as you feel shitty about it,
When I was capable of feeling
I will
shitty, I
rescind
felt
my
shitty.
statement of calling you a piece of shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am a piece of shit, just not for that regard.
But yeah, if you fuck somebody you know is in a relationship with somebody else, like
definitely.
you're absolutely a piece of shit. It doesn't matter.
Aware of it.
It doesn't matter drunk or sober. And granted, even drunk, you can't give consent.
Even if they initiate it, you're gonna feel like a piece of shit.
It does not matter. You are.
And I do feel like a piece of shit in that regard. But
fucking an acquaintance's ex-girl, that doesn't fucking matter.
That he thinks he has a shot with, that doesn't fucking count.
It doesn't fucking count. You have to be close.
If
to
he
the
has
person.
feelings for the person, maybe feel shitty a little bit.
I would say minimum of 10 times hanging out. If you hang out with a person 10 fucking times, you have gotten to know them well enough that they are no longer an acquaintance but a friend. So if you fuck a friend's girl, you're a dick. If you fuck an acquaintance's girl, you're only a dick if they're still with the girl. If they're not with the girl, fuck that acquaintance. Because it's a fucking acquaintance.
Totally. That's the piece of shit move. But even then, you still feel a little shitty the next morning. The person invited you to their party, and you fucked somebody that they thought they were going to get back together with.
Okay, well, that's a different scenario. Maybe in your case, in that specific scenario, that
I felt shitty, but I'm not a piece of shit.
I'll commend you for at least feeling shitty about it after the fact, like that. Showing remorse is a good step in the sense of saying that you have a morality complex and that you're moving forward past it. But it is still,
at that time I did feel shitty.
It is
but
still
now
a dick
past
move.
is past. Past is past. And, I mean, honestly, beating someone's ass to the point where they're wheezing is a little more shittier than fucking someone's girl. And I've done that plenty of times.
I mean, if you fuck somebody's girl, you deserve getting your shit beat out.
No. I know that. But I'm saying beating someone's ass that I've done to the point where it was kind of graphic is worse than me fucking the party host's
valid.
Somewhat ex.
Honestly, though, any person I've beaten to a pulp has absolutely deserved it, so I've never been remorseful
But that's
for it.
self-justification, though.
I mean, granted, everybody's opinion is going to be different on that, on, like, what is a viable...
It just depends on what they did.
What is a viable reason? So, like...
To be honest, them calling you the emo F-slur...
That's not enough to beat them into the point of...
But it did bother you, and you let that affect you. I'm not saying you should feel you're a piece of shit for it, but you should feel kind of bad that you allowed someone's words to get you to the point where you wanted to cause them bodily harm.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. I am all about the 90s fucking monogram of talk shit, get hit.
Oh, I know, but...
Absolutely fucking on that shit. If you want to run your fucking mouth like a little cocksucker... You better be writing a fucking check that your ass can check.
I get it,
because if not,
but at the same time, if you were sober, would you have allowed those words to affect you?
I was sober when that happened, so yes.
Oh. Okay, then you shouldn't feel shitty about it.
Exactly.
For having no self-control, because you were just letting someone know, don't call me that. I get that. But if it's something stupid like bumping into somebody and being... I've done that before, and honestly, I feel shitty about it. Like, in regards to being a piece of shit, I am a piece of shit in the fact that I have allowed people to force me to resort to something that I now feel has fucked with me in a way, because now... Like, when someone talks shit to me and I don't want them to, I can't use my words, and I mentally resort to wanting to beat their ass, and it fucks with me when I can't, because now I realize if I go to jail, my kids don't have a dad. And it frustrates me. Like, people's words don't frustrate me. It's me not being able to silence them by requiring their jaw to be shut.
I will say that as I've become an adult, right, when I was a teenager, I was more willing to beat somebody's ass over them talking shit.
Oh, totally.
Because, there was no consequence, right? now that there is consequence and it costs a lot of fucking money if I beat somebody's ass and I lose privileges to my guns, which I very much love.
I've already lost my privileges with the Brady Act because of the PTSD thing and me being in a mental hospital. But
yeah, that'll fucking
it's bullshit.
That'll
it's
fucking
bullshit because I got that from fighting for freedom, supposedly.
Well, I mean, okay, so like I understand in a sense why if you've had mental health issues in the past that you would not be able to own a gun.
Yeah, but if you got to handle that to the point where you're not thinking about alt control delete yourself every day, then I think maybe they should be like, and also
there should definitely be a process in
also
which,
trigger discipline was instilled in me,
right?
And I feel like I have more gun safety than the average Tom, Dick, and Harry.
I will be completely honest that my gun safety is shit. Like, I will fucking talk to people about, like, how they, like, concern gun safety so much. Like, obviously, the common sense rules, like, you don't look at a loaded gun down the barrel. You make sure your shit is unloaded if you're fucking with it, right? But, like, I hate people that are like, if it's a loaded gun, don't fuck with it unless you're ready to shoot some. Like, no, I'll take my loaded gun and fucking flip it and catch it because the chances of it actually going off after dropping are little to fucking none.
Do you mean rounds are in, or you mean round in the chamber?
I mean round in the chamber. Like, I've taken a semi-automatic gun and fucking tossed it and
let me tell you a story.
Because if you don't fucking pull the trigger, nothing is gonna fucking happen unless you've got a shitty gun. And even having a shitty gun, I've had it at high point.
Let me tell you a story.
And nothing has happened.
Military story. So, I had a buddy of mine. He was a specialist, E4. He was promoted to sergeant. On the night of his promotion, he was showing his team how to clean a weapon and test fire. The dumbass forgot that the mag was fucking loaded and fucking shot through the fucking wall. That motherfucker got demoted that fucking night.
Yeah, because you're a dumbass. If the gun is loaded, you don't touch the trigger.
You don't touch the trigger.
That's the only gun safety you need to know.
But all these
motherfuckers talk
trigger well when they do that gunslinger shit. You're gonna accidentally hit it.
Yeah, no shit.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
What do you do when you have it loaded? What kind of shit do you do?
Oh yeah, because when people like fucking bitch at me about gun safety and like get super fucking anal about it, I'll take my like loaded gun and I'll just like fucking flip it and keep catching it because I'm trying to.
What kind of gun do you have?
I've done it with several guns. I've done it with I've got a 40 Smith & Wesson.
Because there's some guns where you like hit it the certain way, and it could go off, but you don't do it with that shit, right?
Yeah.
You are aware, at least, so you have somewhat awareness.
Yeah, so I've done it.
That's fine.
I've done it with high point.
What?
Well, we've already gone past 10 shots, but I guess we going past this challenge.
Just
now.
let me know when you're ready for the next question, okay? But
we're ready, man. We're ready. I mean,
I'm pretty sure
whoever's watching is loving this shit, right?
I will answer my question real quick before we go to the next one. So I've done it with a 40 Smith & Wesson carbine rifle, which was a high point. I've done it with a 45 handgun, which was also a high point. I've done it with a 9mm, which was a hand point. Also, no, that one wasn't a high point. The 9mm was a SCCY CPX 9mm. And I've done it with a couple revolvers and a couple rifles. But my point in always like spinning the rifle and dropping it and fucking with it is that unless you've got a really shitty Glock, which is the only time I've ever heard of this actually happening, and most Glocks are very reliable, but there are a couple models that are dog shit, in which you drop the gun, it will actually fire, right? And you have the misfire, gun safety issues, right? That, on average, does not happen. You have to physically pull the trigger, which is usually 2 to 7 pounds, to actually fully pull the trigger for it to go off. So if you're not spinning it by the trigger, trying to be a fucking cowboy, like a dumbass.
Oh, if you do that shit while loaded, honestly, you deserve to get shot in the foot.
Absolutely.
I mean,
you're a fucking retard.
yeah, you're a fucking idiot
but
for doing
like,
that
I
shit.
hate people that like fucking get all upset about gun safety. Like, definitely, you're not supposed to point a loaded gun at anybody.
What was your question, by the way?
Or look.
What's the question on the card?
Yeah, fuck that. We'll know.
We'll get to that later. I do
You guys
want
gotta
to
keep
see
taking
what the
shots
comment
until the
section is
questions are
like.
done. So, the question is, would you rather have a drink with Danny Trejo or Danny DeVito?
First of all, fuck Danny Trejo, not Danny whatever the fuck you said. But honestly,
I can't pick between the two. I
know that would be so fucking cool. But I know Danny Trejo is gonna have some bomb ass tequila, and I love tequila, so I'm gonna go with Danny Trejo.
See,
however, if we're gonna drink till drunk, I think Danny DeVito would be more entertaining as drunk, because there's nothing more entertaining than a short, fat fuck getting drunk as fuck and wanting to do like ninja parkour. I know from experience, because I'm a squatty fat fuck.
I mean, I honestly I can't pick because I love them both.
But I'll go with Danny Trejo.
I can't pick because I would go with both of them for completely different reasons. Like, I love both of their works for completely different reasons. I mean, and obviously, yeah, Danny Trejo would probably be more of a tequila guy, and of course, Danny DeVito has his own fucking brand of lemon Ciroc.
But Danny Trejo would tell you some awesome ass stories.
I mean, so would Danny DeVito.
Yeah, but Danny Trejo has been in prison though. He's been involved in some gang
But
shit.
Danny DeVito has been in Hollywood much longer than Danny
And he
Trejo.
has been in Rita Perlman, and that seems interesting.
Right? So yeah, I can't really choose between either one because I would absolutely
I
love
choose based on tequila.
See, tequila is the
I end the confliction because tequila is my alcohol of choice.
See, I can do any alcohol besides tequila. Tequila is the only alcohol that makes me want to fight. Like, I am cool and groovy and super happy with anything but tequila. Tequila, I am ready to beat someone's ass. And on top of that,
mine is vodka, which is why I didn't get the vodka you brought. Because while it is smoother, I was worried.
Fair. Not only that, though, but tequila makes my stomach upset. Like, I think it's the agave. Oh, I'm sorry.
The agave?
Yeah. Sorry, I get hiccups.
Yeah.
But I think it's the agave. It makes my stomach upset, and I puke way more often on tequila.
Oh, I understand.
Than vodka or rum.
I understand.
Gin or
1
whiskey.
tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, bathroom floor. I get it. What is your favorite? Who would you choose?
Oh, I gotta go with Danny DeVito just because he's gonna be funny as fuck. You know that, like.
I get that. I get that.
If he gets drunk, like, he's gonna be fucking funny.
But I went with Danny because one, Danny Trejo, because one, tequila, 2, the stoic badass always becomes the one who opens up to you more when they're drunk. And honestly, I just want to hear stories, you know, mate. Like, it's a learning experience, you know? Like, Danny DeVito would be funny as fuck.
What do you think Danny DeVito drinks?
I'm either going with vodka or Canadian whiskey.
No, he has a limoncello.
Oh, that's right.
What is cello? I'm a
That's
dumb
actually a good question. I'm going to Google that right now because I do not know.
I said I'm stupid. He's like, I'm stupid too, but I'm going to Google.
Limoncello is just a lemon liqueur made in Italy. Made out of fresh Italian lemons.
Yeah, I think she's out. Sorry, I'm dealing with the right issue.
Okay, according to the Google definition, we got limoncello is a sweet lemon-flavored liqueur from southern Italy. It is made by steeping lemon zest in high-proof alcohol until the oil is released, mixing the liquid with simple syrup, which is just basically sugar and water boiled down. And then mixing the liquid with, limoncello is traditionally served chilled as an after-dinner digestive and is also enjoyed as an aperitif before a meal. What is the limoncello proof? That is the better question.
Yeah.
15% alcohol.
Since you're on your phone,
No, it is
subscribe to the-
100 proof vodka or even
What the
higher
fuck?
proof grain of
Why didn't we get that? If
So limoncello is
Wait.
stronger than tequila. I'm going with Danny DeVito. I changed my answer.
Fucking
goddamn.
Danny DeVito. I want to see how fucked up I can get.
As much as I love you, Danny Trejo, and I would
Danny
absolutely,
I know you're not gonna fucking watch this shit. You're the fucking goat. I love you and Machete.
Machete is the fucking shit. And
Why
from
did you
dusk
say
till
it
dawn.
so white?
From dusk till
That too. Everything you're in is fucking awesome. But why did you say it so white?
What do you mean say it so white? Danny Trejo?
No, Machete. You said it, Machete.
No, Machete.
I heard it, Machete.
No, it was Machete.
Maybe that's my like self-loathing, halfway racism coming into play.
Yeah, that's because you have too much tequila. That's what it is. But I guarantee I said machete, which is honestly honestly pronouncing it with a semi-bullshit Mexican accent is almost somewhat more racist than just saying machete.
fair. To
But
be
like,
fair,
it's really not racist
I'm
because
allegedly half Mexican, so it's not racist. My mom keeps.
Allegedly.
Yeah, right.
All right, so here's what happens. The identity of my biological father is iffy because my mom tells a story of being saved from drowning from a Mexican as if it's a damsel in distress repaying a knight with that sweet, sweet fucking. And I know I fucking am describing my fucking mom, which is why I'm gonna fucking drink. God fucking damn it.
So your dad is Danny Trejo?
hey, if it makes you
You know what? No, but I did ask my mom when I noticed there were some features that were not white because fucking redneck ass fucking country boys in Arkansas was like, "Are you part B word?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know." And at the time, Spy Kids came out, and Danny Trejo has a fucked up nose like I do, so I asked my mom straight up, as a kid, is Danny Trejo my dad? She's like, no, you know who your dad is. I'm like, do I? She's like, fuck you, Danny Trejo is your dad.
Nah.
You know what? It might be fucking Juan Gonzalez. Fucking my mom has given me so much red flags. Oh my fucking God.
bruh, high
Do you want
five.
me to tell you? Do you want YouTube? Do you want me to tell you?
Thank God.
Comment section is blown up right now.
Bruh.
They're like, tell us about your mom's red flags.
Bruh, if it makes you feel any better, granted, I am 100% I'm 100% certain that my dad is my dad because I am a goddamn copy clone of that motherfucker.
Yeah, check your privilege.
But my mom is 100% also a fucking cheating whore that I hate to the goddamn bone.
You know,
So I can 100% feel you, bro.
I'm glad. Trauma bonding for the win, I guess.
I say we do another shot before the 5 minutes.
No, we're not doing this.
Yeah, alcohol. Oh, do a shot now. Yeah, go ahead and do a shot.
Yeah, let's do a shot now. Salute.
Go ahead.
Salute to shitty moms.
What are the red flags?
Red flags, you want to know? Okay, he's talking to me.
I mean,
So,
bro,
first
no,
red
he's talking to
flag
both of us.
is, while she was staying with me and my wife, she was like, you know what? There was this Puerto Rican interested in me, but I thought that was a bad idea because it might conflict with you, and I have never said any racist shit about Latinos of any kind, Mexican, Puerto Rican, nothing.
That's because Mexicans are the shit. Their food is bomb.
I know.
Their morals are awesome.
Flag was
They're cool as shit.
Mexican Puerto Rican beef, and that was fucking weird. But we're gonna let that go.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, according to my dad, what I found out is that my mom fucked a Puerto Rican long ago before me.
Way long ago.
And because of that, my mom, her only good feature, because she is a narcissistic.
I'm only white because of these lights.
My mom is a narcissistic, delusional cunt that I cannot stand for many, many reasons. But On top of that, the only good feature I can say about this woman is that she could make Hispanic food fucking better than most Hispanics. But
Because she fucks so many.
because she no, it was only one. It was only one. I found out.
That you know of. That your dad knows of.
Farrah.
She might be for the barrio.
That is absolutely possible, and I'm not throwing that out the window. However, I can say that from what I know from my father, that my mother dated a Puerto Rican dude when she was very young, and because of that, my mother was a big thing on like her big attributes on what she was cool with was cooking, which is bullshit because I can cook 20 times better than she can. But the only recipe and the only good thing I can say about my mother, because she was terrible as shit as a mother, was that she taught me how to make good Mexican food. And I only learned that because apparently she fucked some Puerto Rican dude when she was 19, 20.
Man.
And learned how to make good Hispanic food, and so I stole the recipes from her.
My
Like, my
mom.
chimichangas are
Fucked a
goddamn bomb.
Mexican, and the only good dish she made was a white dish, chicken and dumplings. But my wife makes it better.
My dad made chicken and dumplings way better than my mom did, but my dad was from the heart of
I would love
Tennessee.
to
My
try
mother moved around
fucking
20
pot
million
chicken
different
and
times,
dumplings,
20 million
for real.
different cities.
But the other red flag was my mom looked at me, straight face, was like, I'm shocked. You don't know Spanish. You look like you should know Spanish.
I know half-ass
Look at me
Spanish
for
from
a
speaking
minute.
French.
Look at me for a minute. I have to put the beanie on for comedic effect. Stop laughing.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien. Mi español, poquito.
This is your alter ego.
Moi español un poquito as well.
If the camera is in front of me and it's record, my alter ego persona hits, I'm still the same motherfucker. However, I have no filter. Yahoo! It's a me. Depression. Let's go. I did the bit.
That's Italian, not Spanish.
I know. Do you not want to hear my Italian? My Spanish, pendejo? Chava
Spanish and Italian are the same.
No, you fucking nut! Oh my fucking god!
I said they're not the same language.
You almost said they're the same. I swear to God, you mumbled.
No, I said they're not the same language. Exactly.
Two drunk autists fighting. Who wins? The people watching.
Let's talk about trains. We'll find out. God damn it.
I don't know shit about trains. However, we can talk about The Boys, the series. It might be a
Who the fuck
spoiler alert.
watches Netflix? Wait,
The Boys is on Prime Video. You dumb fuck.
I don't fucking support Jeff Bezos and his dumb shit. Who
But you
buys-
support Netflix and their dumb shit.
Yes.
They ruined Cowboy Bebop. You fucker.
Hey, I actually liked the live-action Cowboy Bebop.
Cause you're stupid.
No, I watched the original Cowboy Bebop and the fucking live.
It is nothing like that. I watched the teaser.
only-
it was a fucking
Shot.
travesty.
The only difference between the original Cowboy Bebop and the fucking Netflix Cowboy Bebop was
You
that.
can't say it's race.
No, it wasn't.
I took the race.
It was
I took the shot.
I will take a shot. Hold on, I'm gonna finish my point.
I do not care about
So
the race. But when I watch the teaser on Netflix, when they show, when you click on the shit, before you actually go to watch episode, they show a preview, right? It did not feel like Cowboy Bebop.
Okay, I will admit
Are we on?
that the Cowboy Bebop live-action remake was not exactly like the anime.
There's a reason why I got canceled, my guy.
No, I feel like it was wrongfully canceled, and that is
I don't.
and that is coming from a diehard Cowboy Bebop fan.
There is very few
The only problem
adaptations that holds up.
The only live-action problem that they had with the Cowboy Bebop versus the anime is that the reason that Faye was allowed on the ship in the anime was because she had important information on a bounty hunt.
Yep.
and she fucking, went with that. And with the anime,
She had big tits. Go on.
the big tits doesn't matter. I'm not watching anime for that reasons.
I mean, I'm pretty sure half of the comment section disagrees with you, but I agree with you.
That is
Yeah, I would.
that is fair, but I mean, to each is entitled to their own
I just
opinion.
did that for a laugh.
But yeah,
You didn't have to
no.
answer.
The only problem I have with the Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation is that Faye originally had important information on the bounty that Spike and
Yeah.
I forget what his name is.
And then it went to that casino bullshit on the episode before that, right?
I mean, it was still decent. Like, here's my thing: you don't have with a live action readaptation.
See, the problem.
Hold on, no. Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
With a live action readaptation, I do not mind if you go astray from the actual anime influence. A perfect example of that is Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim did not go by the manga adaptations, but went on a different route for the movie. But as long as it's still entertaining, somewhat within line in the character, and doesn't have some bullshit political fucking here's a throwaway to appease whatever of our minor demographic is, because I'm all for inclusion and I'm all for anti-racism, but if you're just throwing in shit to make
Oh
it,
yeah, totally.
if you're just throwing in shit to make it politically correct or just to appeal to a certain audience, it's disingenuous, and I don't fuck with it. Now, the adaptation of live action of Cowboy Bebop, I think, was very in tune with the anime of Cowboy Bebop, minus the fact that Faye had information on the bounty hunter not the bounty hunter, but the bounty that they were hunting at the time in the first original broadcast of Lay.
Are you familiar with Cowboy Bebop?
She had information on the current bounty that they were hunting. Whereas in the live action remake, she didn't have any information on the current bounty, but they just kept her on because they didn't want her to fuck up with shit. I will say they did fuck up on that. Like, that was completely off script from the manga and the original anime, and it shouldn't have happened. But nonetheless, overall, I will say the live-action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop was great. The casting was absolutely phenomenal. You cannot find a better Spike.
Bullshit! The fucking drunken master who played Iron Fist would have been a better Spike. In my opinion, his hair would have to grow. However,
I don't know.
He's got them hands.
I don't know. John Cho did a great job of.
Here's my thing about John Cho. He is mostly for comedic purposes.
Just because
I get that.
Just because
out
he's
the window.
Okay, let's
The
go.
stoic, somewhat comedic relief badass that Spike Lee gets overshadowed by the fact John Cho is awkward as fuck. Daniel Day-Lewis, the drunken master from Iron Fist, the Netflix adaptation, would have been much better. Watch how he fights. Watch how he fights. I did not care that Jet was black, because honestly, I'm okay with that. I don't care that Gypsy Rose was not a gypsy, because gypsy is a fucking slur. I don't care. John Chow being casted ruined it for me, because in the spoiler, I thought it was not a live adaptation of the show, but a fucking satire.
I do not agree. I can understand.
I
can understand how you feel that way, especially with the fact that John Cho's major career choices were built up on both being the MILF guy from American Pie, as well as being Harold and Kumar. He has almost always gone for comedic roles that are not serious.
Which is why my opinion is like that.
I understand that, and I can see how you could feel that way. But as someone who is a major fan of both Cowboy Bebop as well as John Cho's comedic roles in American Pie, as well as Harold and Kumar, I feel like he did an amazing job. He very much encapsulated Spike Lee's character.
I think he has a question for us, but
Harold and
want to
Kumar
discuss this.
Is not a comedy. It's an autobiography, guys. All right, I don't know.
Shut the fuck
Harold and
up,
Kumar.
or I will shove curry up your asshole.
We're getting to that point now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. I just want to get the last from the conversation.
I get to make fun of the idiots here, okay?
How is that, by the way, Ralph? How's the comments looking? Can you read some?
I can't actually. I see the live chat, but that kind of died out.
Is there some dude with a Z in their name?
After like 15, I think we're at like.
Hold on for a minute.
I think we're at like 15 shots right now.
We're at 17.
Is there some dude keep on commenting with a Z as the capital letter of their comment section?
No.
Okay, because that is a dude who kept on asking me in my last Deliciously Nothing podcast. Sorry for interrupting you. How is the Lamplighters? I want to know what the fuck he meant.
To be fair,
Because I think he thinks I look like Frenchie from The Boys.
I don't think you look like Frenchie from
Thank
The
you.
Boys.
Hold on, let me hold my fucking goatee.
Even still, you still don't look like Frenchie. You have to.
Do I come off as like Carl or Urban with a goatee?
No, you don't.
You look like Colin
Thank you.
Farrell to me.
Fuck you! I hope you step on
Farrell.
all the Legos after you forget to pull out. You motherfucker!
Hey, look. So far out,
Indian Colin Farrell.
Granted,
Not Pon whatever the fuck you said.
I've been drinking
when I was sober.
I've been drinking, and my inhibitions and perceptions are low. But with that being said, I do not think you give off Frenchie energy, and that is from someone who has
It's
seen
that
the
Billy Butcher energy, because I fucking agree. If you say Homelander, he might have to.
I wouldn't say you qualify for any of the boys, villains and or superheroes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not mad. What about Invincible though? Because that show is better. Fuck you, comment section.
I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be 100% with you.
You met me sober.
I have not seen Invincible. I have seen memes from it. I am familiar with the show.
You have Amazon Prime?
I do not.
I've seen the Mark Wahlberg.
I need you for you my number so we can share that shit. Because Invincible is better than The Boys.
Bruh, because
Fight me, comment section.
Absolutely.
You fucking illegitimate love children.
100% give me your Amazon Prime info. I will use it because unlike Netflix, who is a stupid bitch, Amazon Prime has not gone to that dumbass fucking are you in the household fucking
I hate that
option.
shit.
I hate that
Honestly,
shit.
The best anime or adult animation
Oh, he's pointing to us. We gotta take a shot.
in Netflix is
Guys, good job.
I know I did that on purpose.
18.
I'm just saying that. Fuck you. Anyway,
That's not the championship.
the best adult animation. That was a cough.
Is that what you're trying to get? You're trying to get that on tape? The bucket of shame, baby.
I'm not trying to be over dramatic. Best adult animation. Besides Castlevania, that is on Netflix, is F is for Family. Besides Scissor 7, which is
I would honestly say Brickleberry over F is for Family, but F is for Family is great.
No. I disagree wholeheartedly. Same motherfuckers. First of all, Brickleberry is not on Netflix. Paradise City FD is on Netflix. Paradise fucking dumbass.
Paradise
Secondly,
FD was not better than Brickleberry. I'm gonna be.
Yes, Brickleberry is not on Netflix, so therefore
It was.
conversation.
It was.
irrelevant.
I'm gonna be real with
It's
you.
not anymore.
I'm gonna be real with you. So my Netflix subscription I had from
You
Steven.
pedantic motherfucker.
My Netflix subscription was from my ex-girlfriend's family. They had it, and because of the dumbass fucking TV sharing bullshit fucking codes, which fuck you Netflix, you fucking greedy sons of a bitches.
Maybe you should have joined war and got fucked up from PTSD to get money to afford Netflix. But then again, I canceled it because
I have the money to I have the money to afford Netflix. I just refuse.
It would cost you shrooms and weed. Admit it?
I wouldn't say shrooms, but weed
Acid?
probably.
Acid and weed?
Acid.
Or is it ayahuasca?
Acid, ayahuasca, and shrooms are an
Honestly, I haven't tried ayahuasca, but
I have done all three.
if anyone has any, I would not be object. Just try it.
I have
not. Does that void monetization? Even though we're not gonna get monetized, cause I seen the comedians on this shit, and they get fucked up.
You are one of the comedians.
I have never.
Fuck you! You have not seen my shit. I am the safest fucking comedian on this shit, besides Drew Davis. Shout out to my homeboy.
Yeah, you and Drew Davis are very similar comedians.
Bullshit! Have you not seen my shit?
I have.
You
I'm
fucking.
being
No, you haven't!
Hold on.
I might be drunk.
I've got a completely.
No.
Hold on.
No. You see my what? My narcissism is taking over. Shut the fuck up.
I did
You see my
do
what?
some research and development in preparation for this.
Have you seen my
Why? I shouldn't.
Big Chris shit? Yeah, it should not happen, but it got laughs. I don't give a fuck. Have you seen my Big Chris shit?
You're Big Christian?
Big Chris.
Big Chris.
Do I have to tell that shit?
Do we have any paper towels?
It
Definitely spilled.
Am I
pineapple
spitting
juice.
or what? Is that making you sick? Because I win. Because I would cheat.
What about?
Am
what
I
about-
spitting?
Can I ask you a question?
Both of it.
Arkham, can I ask you a question about
Yeah.
your song? Because I did do some research.
Oh, did you now? Yeah, you can ask me about my song.
Who was Rejection written for?
Okay, so rejection has a two-part story, right? So rejection is not about one specific person, right? It is a combination of two different stories. So for the first story is I was working as a manager at Taco Bell.
You have more.
And when I was working as a manager of Taco Bell, I was running the drive-thru. I was taking all the orders and doing all of the people speaking at the time, as well as the management running. Now, working as a manager of Taco Bell, I had these two drunk chicks coming.
Chuck.
Will do. I'm gonna finish this story before I take the
No,
shot.
shut
But,
up.
all right.
Shot. Joey, shot.
So I had these two drunk chicks come in, and these two drunk chicks were in an Uber, and so it's a heavier set blonde woman, and a slightly more attractive, skinny but curvy brunette woman. They were drunk and came in through the drive-thru, and the brunette had said on the drive-thru, I will suck your dick for a bean burrito. And as funny as I thought that was at the time,
It's the best thing to ever happen to us.
Oh yeah. Well, the moment,
Why?
I'm so glad you didn't say it.
the moment
Or
she
you said it.
The moment she said, "I'll suck your dick for a burrito" while ordering her food. Because she didn't, she didn't do it while ordering her food. She did it after ordering her food and coming to the drive window to pay her money for the food that she ordered. She said, "I'll suck your dick for a burrito." And I had to close the window and die laughing. I was literally rolling on the floor laughing because this 40-year-old to 30-year-old woman, while I was 17-year-old, told me, "I'll suck your dick for a burrito." Like, I had to close the window and die on the floor laughing, and my coworkers were asking about it. And they were like, "What is wrong with you? What is the problem?" And I had to tell them, I'm like, "Bro, this old woman, almost old enough to be my mom, just said, 'I'll suck your dick for a burrito.'"
I'm trying so hard not to break character.
And I died on the floor laughing. But at the same time, rejection was also written about the fact that as being a musician and being a pretty decent singer, like, I'm not one to toot my own horn, I'm not very egotistical, but I am very much a power vocalist.
Laughing because I grunted? You fucker, the host. Sorry for interrupting, but he grunted, and I felt like that would farm content.
You're good. But as being a power vocalist that pushes his voice while being loud, I attract a lot of these 35 plus or 40-year-old women that hang out the bars post-divorce. And they want to relive their young years again by fucking me. And I'm not gonna lie, I definitely have done it before. I have given in to those groupies. But for the most part, I tell those groupies no. And that's what the rejection is about. Is that telling those 40-year-old groupies that want to fuck me because I've got a powerful voice that's decent and they want to relive their younger years in the 80s. I've definitely told them yes, but for the most part I tell them no. That's what rejection is about.
You good, buddy?
Yes. Question to Arkham. Two reference. Only true pseudo-intellectuals
Alright,
would
go
know
ahead.
that reference.
Go ahead.
But anyway, how drunk were these women?
I have zero idea, to be honest with you.
So they were probably on meth. Because honestly, I don't know how anyone would wreck marriage with you. You're not. They were not ugly. They were not cause a divorce hot. Same with me.
I disagree with you, sir. I am definitely post-divorce hot. But
Rebound sex, motherfucker.
I will admit that I'm not George Clooney. I am
no shit.
But I'm pretty attractive for my age.
How old are you?
And everything.
How old are you?
I am 24.
I met 24 dudes, no homo, that were hotter than you. Honestly, I think they thought they could peg you, but they didn't. Or did they? Don't fucking say that.
Nobody has pegged me. I can with 100% confirm that nobody has pegged me. But
allegedly.
No, not allegedly. I will 100% go on record and take a lie detector test.
Shot.
That I have not been pegged.
Pay attention.
But you rolled around on a Taco Bell floor, which is pretty much the same thing.
I don't give a fuck.
I have not fucked a Taco Bell.
Ask the question. You motherfucker. That may or may not be Afghani if the motherfucker in the comment section is racist.
PTSD kicking in, boys.
No, it's not. I'm just doing the
Not a
fucking
weapon.
views.
This is a mic. This is
not WAMDD.
No,
Rodrigo,
fuck this shit.
Rodrigo Yadi Wulim. You
I do have a
motherfucker. Okay.
question. What is the most regret you felt after a night of drinking?
I can answer this. So my most regret after a night of drinking was fucking this chick named Heaven. Heaven was not very beautiful. For the most part, like granted, most of the chicks that I fucked while drunk were incredibly attractive. But Heaven was very mid-tier. But Heaven was also a chick that I've known since like high school. No, before that. Honestly, it was like elementary school, middle school. Through choir. And like Heaven could fuck pretty well. She was not very pretty, but she could ride dick like a motherfucker. So I enjoyed it almost every time I fucked her. But it almost. I said this like 2 times I regretted it, and like out of the 2 times that I regretted it, it was because her grandmother walked in on us fucking.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I may have cheated on a work acquaintance.
I
Fucked a bitch when her grandmother walked in. That is worse.
Absolutely not, but
I disagree. I think the census disagrees as well.
I don't give a fuck.
Thank you. I fucked Heaven.
Her grandmother.
I fucked Heaven while I was single and she was single. She was not the prettiest, but she could ride dick pretty well.
that's the least shallow thing you've said all night, Mike.
I'll agree with that. But I'm also like, how many shots deep at this point? Like 18?
19.
19.
We're gonna call it 20.
We're calling that 20 old, man.
Yeah, I'm 19 to 20 shots deep, and I'm admitting that I fucked Heaven, who was not the prettiest girl. She was not even close to
We
pretty.
got that, yes.
Out of like,
She was ugly, yes.
no, I wouldn't say she's ugly, but out of
So
like,
it's not worth
I have like a-
admitting to Christianity.
out of like a 1 to
is what
10,
you said.
out of like a 1 to 10, if that's the rating scale we're going on, she was a solid 6.
Which
Like,
is damnation for the Catholics at home.
no, nonetheless, I had a fun time.
Bullshit.
Nonetheless, I had a fun time.
Joey.
Does she like butt stuff?
Answer the question.
I don't like.
What was the question?
I don't
Most
like.
regret you felt, or you can. What's the ugliest girl? Whichever one you.
Ugliest girl I fucked?
Same.
I'll hit you with before the question. So like, Heaven was definitely the ugliest girl I fucked, if I could be honest. But even still, she wasn't that bad. She was like a 6 out of 10.
A Tennessee 6?
A Tennessee 6, absolutely.
So it's a Kentucky 10.
Absolutely, like a Kentucky 7 or 8.
See, I want Kentucky to hunt me down. You want them to be like, he's an asshole. Fist bump.
Look. At 12 to 15,
I did it. You can't.
At 12 to 15 years old, you will fuck anything with 2 legs that will lay you. Let's be real.
I don't want to admit that, so I'm going to say no.
Shot.
So what was the question before?
Shot number 20.
Regret you felt after a night of drinking. For him, it was fucking a 6. While the girl watched.
Yeah, I think a 6 is a fair assessment of that. A 6 is definitely a fair assessment of that.
Most regret
What was the grandma?
I fucked Okay. So
Not the most regret you fucked, just the most regret you felt after a night of drinking.
after a night of drinking, here we go. I was at this party, and I was drunk as fuck. And my homeboys, who were apparently haters, were bitching that she was a shitty lay and couldn't suck dick. And the next morning, it made them pee. Apparently, it was a UTI, because I didn't feel shit. But I regretted the fact that I busted a nut in somebody who couldn't even suck dick.
I have 100% gotten a UTI from a nasty bitch, but luckily have never gotten a UTI. Or sorry, not
Fun fact about UTI.
not a UTI, an STI. I have never gotten a fucking sexual disease.
Fucking thank you. You have my back.
Wait, so you
Once.
did not get the UTI, Joey?
No.
that?
I just felt bad. Because I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck? Did I fuck a Picasso painting? And the only reason why I fucked her is because my battle buddy, which is who we call the dudes in our platoon in the army, disclaimer, that isn't gay. That is the fucking most regretful fuck I fucked.
Nobody
'cause I
likes-
did it out of spite.
Nobody likes fucking the barracks bunny, but apparently this motherfucker.
Apparently, you're wrong because you lie.
You know you fucked the barracks bunny.
So what?
I'm not.
So what if I did it? 12 months in a desert, in mountain, with motherfuckers. Not supposedly. You say that again, motherfucker, I swear to God. No, not joking. I swear to God. You say supposedly, but the fact I get in a firefight, got blown up, fucking watch motherfuckers almost fucking kill themselves. You say supposedly? No, fuck you. Don't say that again. I love you, but don't say supposedly.
I respect this motherfucker for. I 100% respect.
Sorry, comment section. I got a little out of hand because when motherfuckers question the trauma I went through when I
No. I do not.
filter.
I do not.
Not you. Him.
Fair enough.
The brown motherfucker.
I do not 100% question.
I had to go with the punchline to make it not seem like a trauma dump.
Mission accomplished.
Continue, white boy.
I 100% agree to this motherfucker's not trauma dumping. And
That's not what I said, but okay. Go
I
ahead.
still don't understand why you regretted it. Like, you didn't get the UTI because you did it.
I didn't even regret shit
That was
about the
question.
UTI.
That was the question. Like, what was your most remorseful night of drinking, or what did you feel the most remorse? And you said this story. Your friend said she had
Because
I think you wanted to prove them wrong, which
I wanted to prove them wrong,
You did
and I
prove them-
did.
Yeah, she didn't have
But
the UTI. That's the
still,
way to diagnose a UTI, I think.
she was a fucking one, bro.
Oh.
She wasn't even a fat chick, and I love those. So she is like a meth lab one. She was skinny as fuck,
But that means
and I hated that. No,
No, let's call it. Let's go. We've done 2 hours, guys. You guys did 20 shots, 2 hours. Let's give a
Do we
round of applause,
both win?
everybody. All right, so we got prizes for you guys.
congratulations.
it's
It's an honor
participation
presenting you,
trophies because I
Warriors.
went
I'm so
edgy.
proud of you two. I really am. Like, you guys did it. You guys answered the questions. You guys took the shots, and you guys get some merch.
Nothing.
You guys get merch. Deliciously nothing merch. All right. Tune in every
Yay.
fucking episode. This fucking place rocks. There you
Hell
go, sir.
yeah.
There you go. If tonight was the proof of that. I don't know what
Like
else
and
is.
subscribe, you bitches.
Like and subscribe, and don't cancel us. Don't do that. And,
From him.
and here you go. This is yours. And I think
That's a wrap.
that is a wrap.
Fuck you all. Good night.
Good night.